Alrighty. Jason, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go live. Banners, brand. Alright, there we go. We are live. Hey everyone.
Let's go.
Yeah, and there is Ali. Hey Ali.
Hello, hello.
Hello, you are live.
Welcome to the
We are
party.
live already. Amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like we should have a big $1,000 overlay. Let me quickly make one in Figma.
The overlay at the at the bottom says TSM instead of TSMC.
No, the ticker is TSM.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Someone has actually done some research. Good.
We're doing a research. The only research he didn't do was the research that somebody was going to talk about a certain country and the stock was going to fall.
Yeah.
How do you predict that, right? Like
Wait, is that right? So expect the stock is actually down.
yeah, last 2 days it's crashed.
The last 2 days been rough. Poor Taiwan.
The whole market's down. But this may be a case of the expectations just running way too high compared to reality.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure some of that's for sure, but I know yesterday's red day was because of that for sure. It kind of filtered across some of the tech space, especially with the semiconductors.
Yeah. Yes, it's down about 1%. Did they drop earnings at around 9:30?
No, they're gonna drop after market close. Although I'm seeing some reports of earnings online, so I don't know if they're just rumors or
I think there's
true or
something
not.
about some leaks, but I don't know 100% if it was true or not. Obviously.
Hey, Luke. Hey.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Some folks are joining.
Okay. Then we have
Here, I'll post this in our
like here.
I have
our
some Twitch
chat,
friends
too.
joining here.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Let's
Ali, you
go.
want to center yourself on the screen? You're kind of halfway cut.
Yeah, this one is going to be a little bit harder because my camera is at a wonky angle, but I will try. Let's see. Ta-da.
Let's see this. I'll post this in our private chat, I guess.
Okay. Nope, that didn't work. So I have to move
There,
here.
I posted some of the stuff over there already on the private chat too.
Sounds good.
From Reuters.
We'll have it.
Okay, there we go. Is that better? At least I'm centered. It's funny. Murthy's up there. Then there's Jason in the middle. And then
Yep.
Descending. I'll go down. Hold on. There we go. I'm down.
There we go.
Shout out to Bulls versus Bears.
Yes.
All the people playing for their second, third, fourth, fifth, seventh time. Good afternoon, the crypto miner.
Good afternoon. Indeed.
We have some questions coming in chat. Eddie, Oliver, Devs, if you guys are around, take a look. Okay, I think Eddie already answered this one.
Yeah, Eddie's on it. He must have not been out late last night.
Nope.
News travels fast.
Place and we were doing his laundry, so it was chores kind of day.
That's great.
All right, guys, it's gonna be exciting today. We're gonna do the first $1,000 giveaway on stocks.
Yeah, super exciting. Somebody's gonna win money.
All right.
So I just want to shout out.
Yeah.
Yesterday we hit an all-time high of 70 predictions,
Yep.
and today, before the stream has started, we're at 125 predictions.
Yeah. So I told you we're going to make 100. I knew it.
I think we're gonna break 250 predictions by the time the
250 predictions today.
entries close.
That'd be
It's gonna
nice.
250.
And it's like
Nice.
4x day on day, daily
Mhm.
growth.
Nice.
I bet there are some VCs watching, so
I mean, it probably is.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the Stonks initial audience was VCs.
Mhm.
There's a lot of VCs and angel investors and founders.
Let's see.
So VC investing is coming back after a tough 2 years.
Yeah,
It
Stonks
was rough.
fund, Ali. I think you posted. Can I talk about it? The first unicorn from the Stonks fund.
Sure, yeah. Well, I don't. I think the company isn't ready to share publicly yet. The round's not closed yet, but yeah, we started a small venture fund on the side to support demo day companies back in 21, 3 years ago, and we've just had our first unicorn.
That is awesome too. All unicorns. Everybody's searching.
If you think public market investing is hard, especially at a day like this and yesterday, right? I bet a bunch of people lost money, including myself. Try private market investing. It's 10 times worse.
Oh
Because
gosh.
all your losses come in the first 12 to 24 months, and then the winners don't come until year 5. And so you're sitting there for 5 years thinking you're a complete idiot. Yeah.
Hey, well, somebody's got to do it.
Oh god, totally. Startup J curve is so real. Murthy and I have been watching startup after startup go under,
Yeah.
and it's taking time for the winners to, really grow. And I think we're gonna get, a handful of big winners, but oh man, the losses are brutal.
No, they really are brutal. Startup space hard. At the end of the day, I mean, it's a brutal space, like you just said. So it takes a lot of work and commitment, getting the right people to actually care about growing, and then you can definitely make it. It's just a lot of time and effort put into it. But there's definitely a lot of companies that go under before they hit that stage.
Yeah, so if you're just joining, welcome to Stonks. This is the new and improved Stonks. And to celebrate, we're playing a quick game. If you're new to this, all you have to do is go to stonks.com, sign up, and make a prediction. There's a big yellow button on the bottom right. Just hit that button. And what you're predicting is the price at which Taiwan Semiconductor will close today after earnings, 30 minutes. Are we doing 30 or 15 minutes today after closing? You want to do 15?
We can do 15, yeah.
Try
Honestly.
15, yeah.
That way people don't get antsy.
All right.
It's faster.
15
It is a
minutes
lot
after
faster, too.
closing. And whatever the price is, we're going to lock it in and then pay out $1,000 to the group of people who predict the closest.
Yep.
So yeah, it's welcome. There's no money. There's no price to enter. It's completely free. There are no ads. There is no gotcha. You just hit that prediction button, and we do this every weekday from we're still finalizing our times, but roughly from 11:30 a.m. Pacific time ish till market close. So yeah, you can come here every Monday to Friday and put your predictions in. Yeah, let's see if you're right or wrong, because I think this is a very interesting stock today, right? Because it's gotten slammed in the last 2 days for no reason other than Trump opening his big mouth and saying, he's not going to protect Taiwan. So guess what? The most valuable company in Taiwan goes down 10%.
Yep.
That's literally what happened. There's
definitely heard it. It is crazy though, how politics could just just curve a stock down like 10% too, especially with TSM, which is again, I think it's one of the most valuable companies in the world anyway, overall. So it's crazy, like something super small like that. Like you wouldn't think about it. Like obviously, I know politics in general definitely curve stocks, but something just said it's not even in in the movement yet. Just even thinking about it just makes everybody scared, and the markets are like, oh god, and the computers are like dump, 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 dump.
I saw a pretty interesting conspiracy theory online yesterday. I think it's been debunked, kind
Conspiracy
of.
theories
But
online. Oh, I didn't know those are there.
here, let me pull it up.
Yeah, definitely pull it up. I want to see this too. I love conspiracy theories online. There's so many
Because
though.
it
It's
has
like,
to do
oh.
with the market. And Trump's assassination attempt. So here, let me share my screen.
Awesome.
So there's a community note here, which is helpful.
Yeah.
But there's a company called Austin Private Wealth LLC, which is $1 billion hedge fund, buddies with the Bushes, so
Yeah.
George Bush and their family, that put out a ridiculous put option on DJT, which is Trump's SPAC, which represents 6% of total shares and over 16% of the float if you include Trump's 60% of the company.
Yeah.
So to put out a put option for 16% of outstanding shares, that's in the
That's a
hundreds
lot.
of millions.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like I said, like I don't see that pointing towards anything though. They honestly, either way, like either side of the way, like whether the shot hit or not, like it was going to, the stock price was going to shoot up no matter what. So I feel like saying that, like I feel like they would have bought, they wouldn't have brought puts anyway. I put it that way. So I don't think they even knew what was going on. Again, conspiracy theories are crazy. People take the smallest little things and they go crazy about it.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, like I said, like if any company, they wouldn't have been buying puts. They would have bought call options or something.
Well, they thought it was going to hit.
Well, yeah. Well, even if it hit though, I still think this price of the stock will went up at least for like a day or two.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, if your main guy is dead, I mean,
I
goes to zero, doesn't it?
I get that. I don't know, man, because the stock market's been so wild here lately. Anyway, I just feel like there'd have been a big rally around his family, and people would have bought the stock. Either way it went. That's the way I look at it, at least. Like, yeah, I know the main guys would have been gone, but at the end of the day, like people would have still bought the stock because of the overall family.
Sure.
I feel like, at least, but yeah, I get it, but I don't know. I feel like they were just trying to ride the train back down since the stock had came back up again.
Sure. But look at the scale of the buy, right? Like,
yeah, I know it's massive. Believe me,
and
it's a lot.
Closest
makes Citadel look small.
Yeah, it's 16,000. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I feel bad for them. Unless the stock price.
Wait, did they sell puts? Is that what they did?
I think they bought puts.
I thought they bought puts. That's what
they bought puts.
The conspiracy theory is they thought it was going to hit, or they knew it. Of course, it's just a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
We have no evidence, but it's just interesting how these like spread online, and yeah.
Okay, so if they bought, doesn't it say
how much money did they have under their belts though? In general,
it's $1 billion, so they put a good chunk of their fund on this trade.
Well, hey. That is a lot, though. Sheesh.
Yeah.
I mean, the non-conspiracy theory person in me, which I'm very not conspiracy theorial. I just think the stock had come up already. I thought they were just going to try to ride the wave back down since the stock had been going through the waves.
Sure.
That's just what I think was happening. They honestly did it at the worst possible time ever because I don't think they knew what was happening, and it's just the luck of the draw, unfortunately. For the company, because they definitely lost a lot.
Good find on the theory though.
Yeah, it is a good find though. I actually didn't know about that.
Yeah, here's another theory that's spreading, and this is definitely not a conspiracy theory, which is Biden about to quit?
Yeah.
They've been saying this for a while, but a lot of top Democrats have come out in the last 48 hours and basically asking him to quit.
Yeah. No, for sure. Was it Schiff?
Yeah.
Schiff came out.
He came out.
Which he just won the to be able to run, didn't he, for
Yeah.
Senate or whatever? Not Senate shit.
Then
Yeah,
I heard
you know what I
something
mean.
about Nancy Pelosi also just said something about it. So
I mean, maybe, yeah. Like privately, yeah. I actually read that article yesterday. Yeah, privately, she talked about it and about maybe possibly dropping out. Again, honestly, I'd much rather both the old fuckers drop out, but that's just me. We talked about that yesterday. Like, again, like I said, we need younger people in office. Like,
sure.
nothing against Biden, nothing against Trump. Like, they're just too old. Like, I don't want 80-year-old people like running the country. That's it. You should be out, like, doing something else.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like one's running to, like, I feel like protect his, like, maybe protect something, and then the other one's running protect himself.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, like I said, they're just way too old. Like, there should be like a cap. Like, okay, if you're over, especially like at least 75. Like, if you're over 75, you can't run. Or something. Like I said, like, if it was my like way, I'd be like over 70, you couldn't be, and then like between like 35 and 70, you're good.
The retirement age should just be the cap on your
that could work too.
65,
yeah, exactly.
67, whatever it is.
That could work for me too. Like, as long as we just don't have like, so like, it's just crazy to me, like, in terms of like politics, like how, like, I get it, politics is boring. So, like, again, people are like whatever, and then you have older people that are running the show for a long time. They just continue going, and then, like, just like Bob Barker, where they get him up there on the stage, and you're like, how's he even still going? But Bob Barker kept going forever. So it's like, that's the kind of way I look at it. At least it's like, man, let's just get some younger people up there, like some 40s and 50s, something like that, at least.
Yeah. So what are we thinking, guys? TSM's Taiwan Semiconductor, TSM.
Well,
or TSM?
I want to do a shout out on this fancy overlay. Look at this. We're starting to look more and more like CNBC.
Yeah, look at it. we're
stepping
stepping up.
of the overlays. You got the
we have 2 layers,
and then you've got the scrolling thing.
Hey, it's coming together.
Shout out to Murthy, man. Good job.
Yeah, Murthy's out here holding it down. Literally. It's making everything for us. Honestly, it looks good though. I mean, like I said, startup life. But overall, I think, each week, each month, like, I think the stream will look better and better and better and come together better. But hey, we're early days here, so
yeah, we have almost 200 people watching, guys.
Welcome. If you're just joining from Twitter, there's about 160, 170 odd people across a couple of different Twitter accounts. Murthy, do you want to just go over how this works and do a quick demo?
Yeah.
How do people enter? What do they click?
Sure.
How does the game work? Is it free? What do they win? How do they get the $1,000?
Yeah, it's quite simple. You go to stonks.com. You can do it on your phone or your desktop. I would suggest the desktop. It's just easier. And sign up. Make a prediction on where you think TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor, will end 15 minutes after market close, which is in about an hour from now. And if you are the closest, or in the group of people that are closest to the right price, you win a share of $1,000. And everyone gets one free entry every single day. And you can get more free entries if you do a little bit of stuff. So if you enable notifications, if you follow us on Twitter, YouTube, if you share your link with a family member or friend and they sign up. So there's all sorts of ways you can earn free entries. And that's why some of the people you see on chat have multiple entries, is because they've been spamming their link, which you should do too. And then, because honestly, look, I think once you have like 5 or so entries, you're going to win some money. It's like pretty much guaranteed, like, because you can place a bet, a few steps up, a few steps down. And, we have 130 predictions in. We have, I believe the top 100 predictions will get paid today. I could be wrong on this. Our devs can confirm. But so you have a pretty good chance of winning free money at this point. So yeah.
So if nobody else joins, almost everyone will win.
Yes.
Literally. There's 129 predictions right now. So,
and each entry wins on its own, right? So let's say you have 5 entries and all 5 show up in the money. You're going to win 5 times. So it's
That's crazy. Yeah, top 100 bids win. Jeez.
And how do people get entries?
everyone gets one free entry. And then you can earn some more by sharing your referral links on the top here. Let me share my screen.
Yeah. Share the screen. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Perfect.
So right here on the top, you can hit so you can redeem a code, or you can get your referral link. So click here, and then here's your referral link. You just copy this and you send this to a friend. Post it in a WhatsApp group, go to Discord, DM it to your significant other, and have them sign up. That's all you need to do. So, and then you can earn some more by logging in every day. So you can claim your daily login streak. I have my day 4 starting today. You can refer a friend. You can enable desktop notifications and follow us on Twitter and YouTube. So, you can get like the first 20 entries very easily by just doing a few actions.
Yep.
And imagine if all 20 show up in the money, which at this point is a high likelihood, like you're going to walk away with a couple of $100 or something today. So
Exactly.
let's
let's
I can't believe
go.
how easy this is right now. In the future,
It's
I
so
don't think
easy.
it's going to be this easy, but
No.
it is very easy.
Early days. You guys are lucky being here early days. We're beta testing and pretty much paying you guys out money for beta testing at this point. Literally.
And then
everybody
here's how you
wins.
make a prediction. You hit the make prediction, and you submit a prediction. So let's see. 75. Submit prediction, and that's it.
Look at that confetti. Look at it.
Yeah, these
Okay.
toolbars are not very pretty. So if any of our devs are watching,
Yeah,
Brendan,
definitely.
you got some toolbars showing up.
Ooh.
Let's fix these toolbars.
Yeah, the bars. Get rid of the bars.
And then just to go over the closing process, Murthy, what does the site look like when how do you know if you won or lost?
Hey Oliver, that was Chrome on Windows. So yeah, at 1:15 when the winner is declared, modal shows up automatically with confetti with the winners, and so you can just stay here and you'll see, and we'll also send you an email notification if you've won.
Nice.
Yeah, see, this is why we do beta testing, because we're all finding bugs together, and we're gonna fix them together.
Yep.
But as Jason said, you're literally getting paid for beta testing right now, so enjoy it. It's
Literally, you can add that to your resume.
That one wasn't a bug. That was just lack of lipstick. We just need more lipstick on the
okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but we made quite a bit of progress this week. I mean, so the video you're looking at is our own in-house video player and video infrastructure backend. Right, it's not running through YouTube. It's not running through a third-party service, and so yeah. Someone's asking,
great.
is that the Stig's helmet behind Murthy? Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, that username seems very familiar from the Streamlab days. I don't remember whose username that is. BHF.
Oh yeah. That's one of our content creators.
Ah, nice. Yeah. But it looks very familiar. Okay.
I think he.
Yeah, the video's looking great, Eddie.
It looks good. Looks really good.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about what else you guys want to talk
about. Should we go over the chart and the?
Yeah.
The
Let's pull up charts. It would be nice. Come on, Yahoo Finance.
Every time I look at this chart, my heart sinks a little.
Yeah. I'm just glad I didn't buy the options that day and waited to the next day.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
all right, here we go. Here is TSM.
It is. There it is. But
here's their 6-month chart, and here is the cliff. We
That
fell
was
off.
that was Trump, right? Saying
That was
Yeah, that
Trump.
was
Pay-
Trump.
pay for-
Literally, that night he said it. The next day, early, like even before, obviously, like early morning hours, the stock was already on a nosedive.
Hey Jack, welcome. You can watch the stream anywhere, Twitter, YouTube, but you can only play the game and win free money on stonks.com. So
Yeah, come over, make a free account, super easy. And if you have any questions, just type them in the chat or ask us, and we can answer those for you.
yeah, and when the stream ends, the game ends, right? Which is in about an hour or 50
Yeah.
minutes.
Yep.
We'll be here until then, though. Like I said, you'll also know the winners. So before we jump off,
Hey, remember we were talking about Nokia yesterday?
yeah, we were.
How it was so cheap.
Dude, I can't believe that
It dropped 7%
it
yesterday.
dropped another 7%.
Yeah.
God, at this
That's why
point,
value
I just-
investing is a tough business.
Yeah, I just can't believe they make that much money still. But I guess, like I said, when it comes to their cloud stuff, I get it, but I just didn't think it was that high.
This is Nokia was 22 billion in revenue with a 19
Yeah, it
billion
was almost
market
21
cap.
bill, I think. It's
Yeah.
crazy to think about. I didn't think it was that high,
Mhm.
but
This company
I mean-
is 22 billion in revenue with a 19 billion market cap.
Yeah, and the forward P is 12.
it's the 4P
Which is not terrible if it's contracting, right? It looks like
Yeah.
the business is contracting.
Yeah.
now 4P's it's pretty decent where it's at right now. But I'm surprised it dropped another 7% though.
Mhm.
If it gets down into the $2 range, I might have to go get the swing trade going.
Yeah, so
This
they
morning.
reported earnings this morning, and that's what happened.
Yep.
You know, so for everyone watching, I'd love some feedback. Should we cover companies that report earnings in the morning? It would be hard to do a live stream in the morning at
Yeah.
5 a.m. my time, but
I mean,
we
I could
have an
probably.
automated system.
Yeah, we
So,
could
like,
do that.
Nokia would have been a really fun. They reported earnings this morning, and this action would have been pretty amazing.
No, 100%. I agree. There's some really good companies that have been reporting earnings in the morning, so we miss out on a little bit.
Yeah, like here, let me share. So this was this is the list of companies that reported this morning. I mean, it's quite a few. The
Yeah, no,
Blackstone,
100%. That's what I'm saying.
Nokia, Domino's,
Abbott.
yeah, Textron or Cessna.
Yeah, Textron. Yeah. How did they do? I didn't even look this morning. I was going to too, and I totally forgot.
Let's see. Here we go.
Old Cessna.
Yeah, they had a good bump there.
Nice.
A 4% bump.
I was gonna look at this morning, totally forgot. Yeah, maybe we can run
19P.
something in the morning for like free tickets or something. I don't know. For people that want to play that, we could think of something to do during the mornings.
Yeah, we could just have the game run by itself without a live stream.
Yeah, we could do that too. Yeah.
Yep.
If we got some, eventually maybe we can get some other hosts, or I can jump on with other hosts or something like that too. Maybe content creators
Sure.
for some morning stuff. There's a lot of stuff we could do. We'll think about it. We'll obviously see what other people think. I know a lot of people love earnings content, so
Yeah.
obviously it'd be better for earnings seasons, but we could do some on and off stuff here and there as well outside of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, next week is even more jam-packed than
It's
the
packed.
week.
That's what I was thinking. Next week looks good, like on both sides. There's definitely some really good ones in the morning that we miss out on.
Totally. Oh wow, Domino's! Look at this. This would have been a fun one.
What do they do? I'm over here.
Wow, look at that.
Domino's is before or after?
Before, so it was in the morning today.
Well, can you pull that up on the stream?
Yeah,
Domino's
there
on
we
the
go.
stream. Oh yeah. Eeh. Ay caramba. Oh, God.
14% drop. What
God,
went
that's a
wrong
big-
there?
That's a massive drop. How big was the miss? What was their guidance? I wonder. Like, geez.
Yeah. Are people just not doing cheese pizzas anymore? Like, what's
Well,
going
I'm
on?
wondering, people, like, I don't know. Maybe they're going to get those hot and ready pizzas from whatever the other company is for $5.99 or whatever the heck they do. Domino's.
It's there's
It's
too many
Caesars. Yeah,
heat
yeah. People are snatching up the Little Caesars $5.99 pizzas. They're taking Domino's business.
Yeah, guys, Domino's.
What? Is it that bad?
I mean,
It has to be
eating
bad
their
for a
lunch?
drop
Like,
like that.
Who's competing with Domino's?
I mean, I guess it depends on like where you're at, but like I'm obviously I don't know honestly. Like I feel like if people are going for cheap pizzas, like I said, like they're probably going to like Little Caesars or something because it's like $5 a pizza, cheap pizza. But I mean, I guess you want cheap pizza. I mean, Domino's isn't that crazy though, is it? Like the pizza's decent, but I don't think it's like extraordinary.
How do you spell Caesars?
I don't even know. Do they have a stuck? Is it privately owned or is it public?
That's a good question. I don't know. Yeah.
It's I think Caesars is like what? It's like CAESAR.
It's
It might be privately.
yeah, I think it's private. Yeah, Domino's. Wow, that took a dump.
Yeah, I mean, I thought this was one of the best stocks of the decade, right?
It was.
If
It
you
was
go back
crazy,
to like
yeah.
5 years, maybe like all time.
It ran good. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
look at
not
that.
hating on it, but it's like, geez, that's a big cliff though, right there.
Nothing lasts forever.
No, nothing lasts forever. But
Lasts forever. Yeah.
Although, guys, I heard a very interesting story today. I was listening to this podcast. It's called Empire, and they're basically it's a really fun podcast if you're into like history and empires.
yeah,
And so they were basically talking of the Ottoman Empire, and then suddenly they dropped this amazing nugget, which like I feel like I have studied history quite a bit, but I never put these two and two together. There's my little dog, by the way. That's Thor.
oh yeah,
It's creeping in.
Yeah, he's like, what's going on? Who are you
What's going
talking to,
on?
Dad?
So, okay, let's do a fun poll in chat. So if you're in chat, what do you think the greatest invention for the British was?
Oh man,
That includes both when they were running their empire or maybe something that caused the empire to happen, the British Empire, right? Which was the greatest empire in the history of all empires.
What was the greatest invention by the British?
Yeah.
In the 1800s and the 1900s.
No, so this is before. So this is all time. So let's include. What do you think the British invented that basically caused them to become a global superpower?
Okay, it wasn't gunpowder. That's the Chinese,
No.
right?
Yeah.
Probably
Was
not rifles.
No.
Was it a train?
It's gonna be ships or opium
Yeah, I was.
or like some kind of drug.
No, not drugs.
It's not-
Although
it's not-
opium was
it's not
very
a-
powerful.
Okay. Was
Yeah,
it
I
a
mean the
bison?
opium drugs are how they got into China and India, right?
Yeah.
Like how they like basically took ownership, and governed India for like.
So this
200 years.
predates opium.
Oh.
Predates opium.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Predates opium.
What did the British invent? They didn't do algebra or numbers.
No.
They killed a lot of people, so maybe it's doing something with killing.
No.
Roads, the
I
Roman.
was gonna say the guillotine.
No.
Wait, how? Give us a. We're not going as far back as the Romans, right?
No. This was. I'll give you a hint of the year. So this is end of the 1500s.
Oh, we're way back then. That's
Literally within like a 20-year period, they invented something that changed the world that nobody even thinks about.
Oh, this has to be navigation.
Not navigation, not the steam engine.
Um,
oh man, that's
it
what I was
wasn't. It was
thinking.
okay. So yeah, 1500s is too early for the steam engine, but like a sextant or like something to help you navigate in ships at sea. No.
No.
Hmm.
I'll give you another hint.
Was it alcohol?
No.
Um,
That was way before.
Yeah, I know it was way before, but I'm talking like bottled. Like,
Credit?
really
Credit?
not.
Wait, modern banking? Credit? Something to do with credit?
No, it was not credit.
Man.
And this thing directly led to this little island that nobody gave a shit about to becoming, the world's largest sort of empire.
Okay,
Um,
wait. We need to use one of our lifelines.
Yeah.
Call a friend, 50-50.
Call a friend.
Yeah,
We
what do
need
you
a
think the
hint.
invention was?
We need a hint.
It was a
1500.
financial instrument or a legal instrument, legal/financial instrument,
Oh man.
A company.
a company.
The
What type of
company.
company?
Yes.
Oh.
The fictional legal entity that is a private or public limited company, something like that.
No, you're close, but not quite there. It's very specific.
A limited liability company.
No, those are hints.
Shareholding equity, allowing other people to own a piece of like your company.
Yes,
Oh, nice.
Was that the idea? Like
that was the invention.
equity instrument?
So
It
it's
was
just
the first
owning
time
equity. Okay.
you could have it was called a joint stock company. So it was the first time where, and combined that with essentially a stock exchange. So it was the first time where if you could say, I have a startup idea, and I'm going to raise X dollars or pounds for my startup idea, and you would go to the public and raise money from all the leather workers and carpenters and like normal people on the street, and they would hold shares in your public company.
Yeah. That's
And
crazy.
and what happened once they did this is, they in a period of 20 years, and I forget all the names of the companies, but quite a few companies were created that went to a specific part of the world and started doing trading there. So they would basically raise money, buy ships, and then go start doing spice trades or slave trades or
Crazy.
whatever. So there was a Levant company that traded with the Ottomans. There was the famous East India Company that literally conquered India. So it wasn't the British Empire or the British sovereign that conquered India. It was a privately held company or publicly held company, but a private company essentially.
Yeah.
That,
Like listed on the stock exchange, and this company is ruling India.
yeah, and you can go buy their
That's
shares, and they're running India.
That's
And
wild.
India was like the world's kind of richest kind of
Yeah, they were.
land at that point. They weren't very good militarily, but they were very rich and fat and lazy. So,
Man, that's crazy to think about. It's like, you selling
and
your.
the founding of the U.S. was also because of a company. I mean, so a lot of the trade was through private companies. It wasn't done through the crown or anything.
Man, that's cool to think about though. Like, you wake up, you get some money, you go and pledge in some people like pirates, and then
basically,
I mean, pretty much that's pretty much how it
Pirate
went. Like,
financing. The
Yeah,
original
literally.
pirate financing.
and then once you made money on your first company, you basically took your profits and invested in the next upcoming, company that said, "Oh, I'm going to go conquer Africa, or I'm going to go conquer Russia, or this new America land thing."
Well, Murthy, the word is probably exploit. They don't need to conquer; they just exploit.
Yeah.
Exploit
These
resources.
companies had their own armies.
I mean, I could see that 100%. I
Yeah.
mean,
That's wild. That's wild. Because they talk about this in several books. Sapiens, right, talks a little bit about this. There's another one, The Price of Time, that I don't know if Asfi's watching this stream, but he did comment on one of the Twitter threads, but he recommended that book. They talk about this. But wow, did not know that was an inflection point.
Yeah, so they went from being an unknown sort of like, not unknown, but like a relatively like, because the big empire there was the Spanish Empire or the Ottomans in the 1500s. Britain was an afterthought. And literally in 100 years, because of these companies that went all around the world, raised money from everyone, right? You didn't have to be British to invest in these companies. And the Dutch did this too. But you see this a lot where you have these like fringe countries that are not superpowers at any given time
Yeah.
that become very open financially with zero taxes, like this invention of a public company concept and a stock exchange. And then they attract a lot of the capital because in that time, otherwise your option was you go to the king and the king gives you money but there were no private markets where you could go raise money as such. And so this was the first time where anyone could like pick up their hand and say, I want to raise £1 million to go buy ships and, exploit
Exactly. Yeah.
India.
Exploit. Give us money or we pledging you. Pretty much is what happened. That's literally what happened. That's all I see in my head when I think about it, at least.
Well, that's wild, though. I think like connecting the dots here, like we've all heard about this, right?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, like the invention of a company. Because
Mhm.
before that, it was all sole proprietorships, right?
Yeah.
It was your name,
Yeah.
and like
Mhm.
you ran a merchant business. Something went wrong, they came after you. You
Yeah.
didn't pay your debts, you went to prison, right?
Mhm.
Or you were hanged. Like there was a
It
period
literally,
of time
that's
when they
what.
would hang you if you didn't pay your debt.
Yep.
So, but I think what's really cool is like putting two and two together is like, okay, so they created the company and that enabled massive financing
Yeah.
for these merchant businesses
Mhm.
to take big risks and to go to new countries and set up trading posts.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they didn't start with armies and didn't start with
Yeah.
like we're gonna go conquer a country, right? It probably started off as a tea trade or an opium trade or a spice trade or whatever. Yeah, was it the East? What was the company called? What were the British companies called that were first to the U.S. and China?
I'll look up a list of these names for tomorrow's stream, but there was
Yeah,
the
we should.
Levant company that sort of set up trade in the East with the Ottoman Empire and made a lot of money. And then the East India Trading Company. I think you also had the East Africa Trading Company. In the US, you had the Louisiana something company. You had a few of them in the US. And they also went through their own like bubble cycles, right? Like huge boom and bust cycles like companies today go through. But fascinating history of like just using capitalism and private markets and public markets to like yeah.
Oh my god! Okay, so I just used AI to kind of get a quick summary.
You want to share your screen?
Wow.
Sure. Yeah.
He already has Apple Intelligence. That's crazy.
Yeah. This is the new Google. So.
Nice.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yep. Just zoom in.
Yes.
A little.
Okay, let me zoom in. Okay. So this is better?
Yep.
Okay. The British East India Company. This is wild. Look at this. The EIC accounted for half of the world's trade.
Oh man.
This one company accounted for half of the world's trade and ruled over 200 million people in the Indian subcontinent. Territorial conquest, rule, even waging wars, and wow.
Yeah, they would buy entire armies, right? They would
Literally, they're coming out and buying armies out to come join them to pillage more people and or get more money.
Yep. That was the fur trade in North America. You've got the Royal African Company. You've got the Levant Company. Yeah. South Sea Company.
Yeah, I wonder. So this went for close to 300 years.
Yeah.
I wonder if this was like, and you're right, Murthy. There you go. The joint stock company. If this was nationalized, if the government just basically took it over because it got too powerful.
No. So here's what happened. They killed too many people in India, and there was this huge backlash because there were these famines in India, and the East India Company basically let like tens of millions of Indians die. And that caused a huge backlash. But also the company kind of went broke because of the famine. They just like lost a lot of their revenue. And it was a multi-year famine. So a lot of people died who would work the fields. And it was just this like spiraling that spiral. And so the British Crown basically stepped in and bailed them out and privatized and nationalized the company. So it was a bailout / like PR disaster that caused their end.
Yeah, it sounds. Yeah.
Okay. And so these guys did North America. So this is the Hudson Bay Company. Fur trade in North America, present-day Canada, remains the oldest incorporated joint stock company in the English-speaking world.
Oh wow.
Wait, are they still in business?
They are. I mean, it sounds like it. That's what
Sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah, Hudson Bay Company.
So it wasn't Christopher Columbus. It was these guys
Yeah.
that built America or Canada. or
Yeah,
both.
it was private trade, really. That builds it.
Okay, Royal African Company, South Sea Company, trade monopoly to trade with South America.
Oh wow, yeah, it's live. Yeah, HBC is the ticker.
Oh, it's still live.
It's on the I guess the Canada side, obviously stock market, but Toronto.
Wow.
It's $8.88. Yeah, $8.88 right now.
Wow. They split the world by saying this company go here, this company go here.
Yeah, literally. That is crazy though. That's still being bought and sold for all these years.
Oh, this looks like it. This is more American.
Virginia Company.
Virginia Company, 1606. So this is older than the Hudson Bay.
Oh,
Established the first permanent English settlement in North America at Jamestown, Virginia.
But look at the dates of founding for all these companies. They're within like 50 years of each other, give or take.
Yeah. This is 1606. India is 1600.
Yeah.
This is 1670, 1660, 1581, 15. Yeah, within 100 years, 50 to 100 years. Yeah.
And there was another like 30, 40 companies in addition to this. These, I guess, were the most successful. But yeah, it was the joint company.
Man. It's crazy that some of them are still around to this day.
Yeah. Because I guess if you're living in the 1500s, right? Like each country is ruled by a king. There's really no law of the land. So if the king decides you got too successful, they take over your stuff and kill you. And so the idea that a private enterprise can exist within a rule of law with set of shareholders and nobody's going to come and say, hey, it's mine, thank you very much, was a very novel concept.
Yeah. Yeah. And I wonder, I'm going to stop sharing here, but
no, you're fine.
I wonder what the next, if there is one, if there is something like what the next financial innovation here would look like, right? Murthy, you talked about countries on the fringe that kind of do open markets and open financial systems and no taxes, sort of that sort of thing. I wonder what that's going to look like if a country is going to just adopt crypto, if it's something based on crypto, if it's something based on some other kind of instrument.
I mean, Dubai is a good example of a country that has done this really well in the last 20 years, right? Like Dubai is middle of nowhere. It's a desert, really a shithole of a place to live. But financially, right? Very depressing place to live. But they said, okay, we're going to have zero taxes essentially, and we're going to attract people with money, whether it's legal money or not. We don't really care. Come here. Here's a safe haven. Very strong rule of law. Very low crime. And you'll be protected here. And so a lot of rich billionaires from Russia to Europe to China, they all went to Dubai. And Dubai in the last 20 years has
I mean, it's just the era that we're in now.
Yeah, and no taxes. I mean, that's part of the big reason, right? For like the U.S. to be independent from Great Britain back in the day, it was like taxes are like a big reason, right? There are too many taxes, and the British were extracting too many resources.
Yeah, nobody likes taxes.
Yeah.
No.
So tons of money, free money through some sort of financial innovation, no taxes.
You want to hear another fun little tidbit?
Yeah. Let's
So
hear it.
someone asked a very good question in that podcast on, like America, basically like the British moved here, Irish moved here, settled here, and then kicked the British out and then became Americans, right? Like,
Mhm.
why did that not happen in India? Right? The Indian colony for the British was a much bigger colony, much richer colony. And so after what had happened in America, the British basically adopted a policy that no British person could own land in India. And so they actually prevented British people from settling in India. They could go there, work, and then come back. So they didn't want a local like English population settled in India. That would eventually then kick the British out because they didn't want to pay their taxes.
Wow. Wow.
So for a few
That's
hundred
wild.
years, this was an official policy of the British Empire. Was you can't buy land in India. So if you're a British person, you go to India, you can't buy land in India.
That's
That-
crazy.
That's wild. Did not know that. Did that end up happening in Australia as well? So
Don't know about Australia.
is Australia was part of the British
Mhm.
Empire as well, right? Like they controlled
Yep.
a quarter of the world's surface
Mhm.
and something
Yep.
like a third of its population. Australia and New Zealand were part of it. And Australian natives don't look like local Australians, right? So like the
Mm-mm.
same thing that happened in America happened in Australia.
Mhm.
They kind of wiped out most of the natives and then
Mhm.
settled the land.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the U.S. became independent. What it was? You're gonna know this. Is it like 1770?
Six.
You got it. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
close. Okay.
One of those days.
Yeah.
Wasn't this in your citizenship exam?
Yeah. Yeah, they made us learn all this. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet most Americans can't pass that exam.
They probably could not, unfortunately. So
Okay,
I
so
mean,
1776. So yeah, that would become policy for India because that was still early days for India.
Yeah.
Wow. So
Fascinating, right? That the history of the world is basically like private companies and trading routes, and that's what determines so much of our modern world. And then we got countries, because countries is a very recent invention, right? Countries essentially, like nation states, didn't exist
yeah.
really pre World War One. There were empires. There were but nation states, as we know, didn't really exist.
Yeah, I wonder. I just like when you think about it, it's like I wonder how crazy it was living back then, though.
Yeah.
You get like a cut, you get gangrene, and then you're gone.
And then you go.
oh my god. Oh my
like
god. Yeah.
the most like littlest thing, right? Like it's like,
Oh,
man,
God.
just thinking about it just kind of freaks me out. Like thank God I was born in the digital era of some sort, with decent doctors and hospitals. So
Yeah.
man,
Oh my god.
that would have been so bad to die something stupid.
It's like a cold could kill you.
Yeah, literally.
Like some cold, pneumonia, little cut, like
every little thing could kill
Every-
you. Like I can only imagine like if you're like somebody has like really bad anxiety back then. Like what would you like, you don't even leave, you probably wouldn't even leave like your little area that you live in. You'd be like afraid that
Anxiety is a
everything
very
would
modern
kill you.
concept.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like I don't even, it's just crazy to think about.
a lot of human happiness is relative, right? Like if we don't see the rest of the world and like how much sort of people are like better cities or better quality of life or like cool
Mhm.
things other people have, we're actually never going to be unhappy, right? Like if you just see the 10 people around you in your little village like you lived 200 years ago, you're totally
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
Maybe one guy has like a new shirt or whatever, but like that's really so like so much of it, and they've done experiments in apes and monkeys, right, where like monkeys get very upset if another monkey gets like a piece of fruit that they don't get. But as long as they all get the same thing, everyone's happy.
Mhm.
So yeah, anxiety I think is like, once we have global reach with like the internet, social media,
true.
all these things, you just see a lot more than people did, and like everyone's just like way more unhappy,
Yep.
Mhm.
lonely and unhappy.
Lonely and unhappy. True.
Hey, but we
So-
have penicillin, antibiotics.
True.
So little
That is
cuts aren't
right.
gonna
Yeah.
kill us.
Yeah.
Then we have
Literally.
semiconductor chips from
Yeah.
TSMC.
Yeah, do we go back to TSMC?
Sure.
We've got 20 minutes left, 25
Yeah,
minutes.
20
here.
minutes. Yeah, I
All
forgot.
right,
Yes,
let me
if
share
you
my
guys
screen.
haven't bid, go to stocks.com, put in your predictions of what the stock price is going to be 15 minutes after close for TSM. That is a ticker, TSM.
Yeah.
Well, it's making some sort of like a movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, quick hot take. What do you guys take directionally? Bullish or bearish post earnings? Where do you think the stock is going to go?
I'm going bullish because it's fell so much the last
Bullish.
few days.
Has to go bullish.
There's no way. Like we've seen their. I mean, I guess that today is the company talking up themselves, but I just don't see it being bad. At least maybe it is, but I'm going bullish, and that might be because I have some edge in the game here, but I'm going bullish.
I
Okay.
mean, look at their PE ratio, man. This is not ridiculous. Like, this is not 2021 Zoom. Remember what Zoom was
Yeah.
trading at?
God,
This is not that. This is 32 P. Like
Exactly.
the S&P 500 P right now, I think is at 24, 25.
And this
Yep.
thing has a dividend. It is a 1.4% dividend.
Yeah, and they're growing 40%.
And you could we pull up Murthy, if you could pull up Nvidia and Tesla. Let's just look at those PE ratios for some meme stocks.
Okay, Nvidia is at 70,
Yeah.
but their forward PE is at 45. So they're roughly doubling or 70% growth.
So this is accurate until the day Microsoft and OpenAI and Facebook stop buying more chips.
Yes.
I mean, yeah,
There's like 5 people, right, that are
Yeah.
buying all the chips.
there's a
Mhm.
lot.
So Tesla's PE is 63.
Okay.
And their forward PE is 100, right? So Tesla is arguably the worst of these companies because unless there's a significant, in order to hold Tesla right now, you have to have the bet that there's a step function coming in self-driving or something that's going to or Optimus is going to 10x the company, which if it does, great. But that current product is declining every year. It's flat or declining.
Also, I mean, I think interest rates have a huge impact on big discretionary purchases, right?
Sure.
So Tesla is kind of being compared to 1 or 2 years ago when interest rates were either half or 0%.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So whenever interest rates go up, there's some studies around this for every percentage point increase, there's a order of magnitude difference in demand, right?
Yep.
And so we're not really comparing 0% to 0%, right?
Sure.
So to speak. But fundamentally, I agree with you. I think for Tesla, it's pretty overvalued for the business they have now, and the bet, whoever's buying the stock is basically bullish, and the bet is this is a Series A B bet on autonomy.
Yeah,
basically.
totally.
No, for sure. What about what's Alphabet trading at right now for PE and PE?
So
I know they have a down day today too.
So it's 27 PE current, and then forward PE is 24.
Okay.
It's very reasonable for.
No, I think it's reasonable.
This company has,
and they've had a down day today too. Obviously, I don't know how much it dropped altogether, but seems like obviously they've been dropping a little bit the last few days, but overall, still looks really good. Obviously, ever since the 10th, they've been on the downturn.
Yeah.
So.
And Netflix is reporting earnings after hours today too, so this will be a fun one to watch.
Oh yeah, Netflix too.
Yeah. What do we think about Netflix?
Yeah, let's
do
a quick Netflix. So I have to go up because I have some call options for losing money. It's been a brutal month for trading.
Yeah. It has been. It's been a wild one. Like obviously, I jumped on some of the small caps, so that was great. But you know, some of my mainstays have been getting hammered.
Yeah. So, what do you think, Ali? Jason, Netflix up or down?
I'm really hoping for an up,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, because I do have Netflix as well, my holding. So
You
hoping
know, Netflix is in one of those things where like, yeah, I'm mildly optimistic for the stock.
Yeah.
Not super long term bullish, but I think they'll do fine. They have a huge lead and advantage over all the other streaming companies. So it would take a lot to squander that lead. So mildly optimistic.
Yep.
And I'm much more optimistic and bullish on TSMC. I think if we go back to that and let's look at their projections and EPS actuals, estimates versus actuals. And you know, at some point, Murthy, like, or Jason, one of you guys is gonna have to get a Bloomberg terminal.
True.
Yeah.
You have that other
It's
thing, right? You have
It's a little
AlphaSense.
expensive, but you know, a little bit.
Details.
Just a little. It'd be
Yeah,
nice to have one, though, for sure.
I have AlphaSense. We can open up AlphaSense.
Yeah, AlphaSense is pretty good.
All right, here we go. So here's AlphaSense for Taiwan Semiconductor. Yeah, what do you want to go into? Let's look at financials.
Okay, so 65% of the revenue is US, 12% is China.
12%.
What is the forecast?
So they don't do a good job with forecasts. It's so interesting, you know, each of these tools like does one specific thing well, and then everything else not really.
It's like mediocre.
Like here's TSMC historicals. So this is their growth rate. Yeah, you know, I found Yahoo Finance actually does a better job on forecasting.
Okay.
So let's open up Yahoo forecast.
Let's go back there. Yeah.
Yeah, price to sales. Yeah.
Yeah, right now on stonks, 54% of the people are bullish, 45% are bearish.
Oh, it's
46%.
really in between there. I honestly thought like I just figured like, you know, since they've had such a big downturn the last few days, with the political news, I figured like they're gonna have. I just don't see them having bad earnings. So I figured that's at least gonna push the stock back up at least 5%. But we'll see.
Yeah, can we go down?
Surprised. 45% said bearish though.
To the estimates, the forecast, and the thing, the little circle thing. Oh, there we go. Earnings per se. Okay, so these guys have done a very good job guiding to estimate and slightly outperforming, right?
Every single one.
Exactly what you want as a public company.
Yep.
Exceed expectations.
Yeah, under low ball and then slightly exceed expectations.
Yeah.
Everyone gets their bonus and everyone's happy. Share Wall Street is happy. So they're up significantly year on year. I don't know if you mouse hover, it's going to tell you. So they're probably going to come in for a slight beat, right?
Yep.
Whatever the prediction is, they're going to come in for a slight beat here. What does it say? 141. And then Murthy, if you go to Q2 23 a year ago, same circle, just on the left, the first one,
the very first
the one before that. Yeah.
Yep.
140, was it 141, 143? So So this is like 30 cents on top of 114. So roughly a 25%, 30% year on year
Yep.
increase in earnings per share.
So they'll probably exceed it a little. So I'm assuming a 40% earnings growth.
Yeah, year on year.
Yeah, which means stock go up.
Yeah.
No, it does not mean stock go up. It means who the fuck knows.
Oh,
Here's
man.
another interesting thing that's happening today. So Eli Lilly and Novo are both crashing. So this is the
Oh.
Ozempic trade.
Yep.
Is
So
that
the
running out? Or people like side effects?
Yeah,
You
I
guys
guess
see that South Park episode on Ozempic?
Yes, I did.
movie?
Dude, that
Oh
stuff
my-
was great. I was crying during that episode. It was so funny.
It feels like they could have shot that episode in Orange County, LA or Miami, like
Yeah, definitely Miami.
especially
For sure.
Miami. Yeah.
No, 100% Miami. I see that.
I mean the amount of plastic surgery I see here and the amount of Botox and fillers and like it is.
Oh yeah. No, it's great, but man, Miami dude, people travel from so far to just go to Miami to get, a BBL or something weird. So many doctors everywhere. There's like literally hotels that won't even let you stay there after you have surgery. They have signs up. They won't even let you stay. They're like, no. And if you look on Airbnb, like in Miami, like literally, if you go to Airbnb, like there's listings that you can't stay there after surgery because people doing stupid stuff or like getting, whatever type of body fluid everywhere. It's
Wow.
bad.
MJ, you have to hit that yellow button called make a prediction to put your
Yeah. If you want to
prediction
share
in,
the
putting
screen,
it
you
in
can show them
chat.
too.
Yeah, putting it in chat is not gonna record your prediction. So you have to hit that button
Yeah.
and then it's gonna post to chat like everyone else.
Yeah, 12 minutes left.
Yeah,
It's
hit
right
the
next
big
to the
yellow
chat
button.
window. Yeah, it's right next to the chat window called make a prediction. Make a prediction. Yeah. Just below the stream.
Okay, guys, I'll be right back.
No, you're fine.
You guys keep talking. I will be right
Yeah.
back.
Sounds great. Sounds great.
Wow.
Well, yeah, guys, we got 12 minutes left. A little bit over 12 minutes right now. If you guys have it, if you're watching from Twitter or if you're watching, or I guess we could say X too, if it's what you call it, but you're wrong and it's Twitter or
It
YouTube.
is Twitter.
Come over, make it a quick account real quick. You got 12 minutes left. It's super easy to do. It'll take you less than a minute to make an account. And you can start making predictions. And if you guys want to get more tickets to make multiple predictions, all you got to do is go to the top of the ticket is up there and click that. And you can do multiple things every day. Like one's a login bonus every day. You can hit that, claim your login bonus. And then also you can share to your friends. You can turn on your notifications and get more tickets. Again, you can even sub to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter. Those kind of things, you get extra tickets super easy. You guys can make multiple predictions. And then that obviously right now there's, we're pretty much a top 100 win. So you're probably going to win something. Early days. Like we were talking about earlier, we're in beta right now. So you guys are pretty much getting paid to beta test. And yeah, like I said, it's super easy to do. And yeah, hope you guys win and come back and be a part of it.
Okay, I got a pop quiz. Pop quiz time.
All right. Pop quiz.
Pop quiz. We're gonna make up a game as we go. And if you get this right, the first person to punch in the correct answer in chat, right? This is for everyone watching. And Jason, you could play too. The first person to put the right answer in chat, we give you a free entry. Okay, an extra free entry. The devs are here. Eddie, Oliver, everyone else is here. Brendan, someone will get you a free entry. Here's the question. Who said the following quote?
Oh, no.
In the short run, the market is a voting machine, and in the long run, it's a weighing machine. In the short run, the market is like a voting machine. In the long run, it's like a weighing machine. Not Robin Hood. Not Tom Brady.
He said Tom Brady.
Not Buffett.
Ah.
But you're getting closer. You're getting warmer.
Yeah. It's the friend of Buffett.
Ben Graham. There we go. We have a winner.
There we
Dr.
go.
Kelly.
Dr. Kelly's got it.
Dr. Kelly. Can someone give Dr. Kelly, one of the devs, give Dr. Kelly a free entry?
Yes.
And Dr. Kelly, today there's $1,000 prize pool. So as long as you're right now, based on the number of predictions, as long as you're in the top half or top 60%, you're going to end up in the money. So let's someone, Eddie, Oliver, Brendan can give Dr. Kelly a free entry.
Oh yeah. Pop quiz is fun times.
Okay, here's another one. Who founded Berkshire Hathaway?
Oh, this one's
Who founded Berkshire Hathaway?
Can I
And
Google
what
it?
was it? What was it?
Can I
originally?
Google? we probably
Everyone's
should.
Googling.
I'm trying not to give right answers, but he
Not
said
Buffett. Not Buffett is right. Who founded Berkshire Hathaway and what was it originally?
Yeah, there we go. That's definitely who did it.
And this is one of those things where Google or AI tools might actually get it wrong.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm interested.
Nah. You're lucky I don't have Apple Intelligence yet, or I'd already win.
Wow, he's an ugly guy. Jesus Christ.
Okay, we have half an answer.
Oh my goodness, I'm so done. He's
There we go. Dr. Kelly using the free entry to punch in another ticket here.
All right, look at this guy.
I think.
Yeah. So Meshwa 26 did guess that. And it was a textile manufacturing company. Berkshire Hathaway was from it was actually a merger of two, I think, textile manufacturing companies. And so I think the winner here is Meshwa 26. Congratulations, Meshwa. You get a free entry. And Oliver and Eddie will take care of you. They'll hook you up with some free entries.
Free entry, best entry.
Free entry. I do think we need to clean up the UX a little bit. It is still a little confusing to me. A little too complicated.
There's stuff. Yeah.
There's a daily reward and tickets. When I click on tickets, it doesn't really tell me what that number means, and it opens up the referral window. But this is fun. Let's keep it going. How did Warren Buffett end up with Berkshire Hathaway? And the more detail the answer, the more we'll pick the best answer. So it's got to be, if you can make it funnier, you'll get bonus points for that too. So we're going to pick one answer, but you're going to make it a little funny because the actual story is a little ridiculous, and you got to be accurate and more detail. Murthy is by accident. That's somewhat correct. Yes. As we've established, Buffett didn't found Berkshire Hathaway, although that's what he's known for.
Man,
right?
he did fire a certain person though.
He bought into a losing company and made them buy more losing companies. That is correct. How did he buy into a losing company? Devs, when you're giving out these free entries, there's one free entry per correct answer, not 10. Just FYI.
You just give them all away.
Yeah. Okay, how did Buffett end up with Berkshire Hathaway? Got it. Thanks, Eddie.
Oh yeah. Kelly's one of our content creators. She's done refer to a lot of her.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. That's how she got a lot of interest.
What does nobody know this? Diamond Hands, great username.
I
There
don't
we go.
really know. I just remember, all I remember is he fired the old guy who used to own it, Stanton or whatever his name was. Stanton.
That's also correct. We have a lot of partially correct answers. So I'm gonna set a 15-second timer here, and
15 seconds.
yeah, here we
4
go.
minutes to make your bids.
Somebody's gotta know this. And yes, it's time to put in your bid. So it's 5 minutes to show time.
Yep. Get your bids in if you're watching on YouTube or Twitter.
All right. So nobody answered this question. There were three attempts. But the way Warren Buffett ended up with Berkshire was he owned a small number of shares in the company. It was a textile manufacturing company.
Mm-hmm.
And the CEO basically offered to buy him out at a certain price, right? They agreed on it. It was like a handshake verbal deal, right? Back in the day, there weren't like a lot of contracts. A lot of it was trust-based. So the guy, I don't know, whatever the price was, like $12.03 or whatever the price was back then, $2. When the tender offer came over, the contract, it was a few cents below what those two had agreed on as the verbal price, the verbal offer, right? And that just pissed Buffett off. He was like, how dare, he was young. He was like a young fund manager, like a hot fund manager. And he just got super like, F this guy. How dare he go back on his word? I'm not doing this anymore. This sucks. I'm going to show him. Right? And so not only did he not sell his shares, he kept buying more just to piss off the CEO. And he kept buying more until he controlled and sort of, a controlling interest. And then he ended up buying the whole company.
Yep.
And that company lost money, and it was one of his worst investments. But it was throwing off cash, so he used it to buy other things. And the core business over time went to zero. They actually shut down the textile business completely. I think a decade or 2 decades later. Yeah, and when Charlie Munger, the late Charlie Munger, came on board, he was like, okay, Buffett, sit down. Somebody's got to tell you, the facts. Don't do this again. You bought a bad company that was losing money. You got emotional. It's okay. It happens to everyone, but don't do it again.
Oh, Charlie Munger. Nice. Well, less than 2 minutes to get your bids in, everybody.
Yeah, shout out to Charlie Munger. He died recently, ish.
Man, these crypto miners though, bro. 4 PCs. You out here mining.
I don't know. You can't mine anything on 4 PCs these days.
Yeah, obviously.
Maybe like shitcoin.
Yeah. That's what he's out there doing. He just finds a different shitcoin to mine every day.
All right, we are about to close, guys. We are 3 seconds.
3 seconds out. Nina, hit the make prediction. Hit make prediction, Nina.
Yeah, Nina, hit make prediction. Not in the. Oh, it's too late.
Yeah, don't type in the chat. Just make sure you hit the button that says make prediction there, and then put it in there. Hopefully she makes it in. If not, then rest in peace.
Do you guys see 35 seconds as the timer? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there's gonna be some stream delay. So like when we say it's 30 seconds, it's like
they're gonna be
gets to everyone. Yeah. Get your predictions in. This is last few seconds. It looks like the Bulls are gonna win. The price is ticking up.
Although I would say, Eddie, if you're watching the stream, can you check how predictions are going in, because the button is closed. So we may have
Mine is
about
open. Mine is
yours.
open.
Really?
Yeah, mine is 8,
Mine's
7,
in 6.
6, 5,
Yeah.
4,
3.
3, 2.
Wow. Okay, we're on
Wow.
different states then. Mine closed a minute ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
They're just trying to make you lose. The devs are trying
Yeah,
to
yeah,
make
that's
you
what it
lose.
is.
You win too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, how are our times different? Is it based on our local CPU time, like clock time?
What's
Maybe
your clock time?
mine's 4.
Mine's 1.
Yeah.
I'm
What's
at,
your
Yours off
clock?
a little bit.
yeah.
Oh,
So
his is
mine
off.
is
So it goes
like
by the
28
computer
minutes,
timer.
20,
Are you 101, Bertie?
101.
Like
Yeah, the
1
actual.
p.m.? What's your CPU time?
101, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
mine is 1.
Yeah, mine's 4. So yeah, yours is off by like 1 minute then.
Wow. How are our CPU clocks off? And then can you just change your CPU clock and it'll like adjust the... Okay, let me
That'd
try
be
that.
It
wild.
sounds like a hack.
That would
Somebody's
be
figured out a hack.
wild.
We've just figured out a hack. Go back in time and do more predictions.
Okay, adjust
Break
date and time.
stocks.
That'd be nuts. If that was real. Oh my god.
Set time manually.
Kyle says, "Give me a ticket. I'll test."
Welcome to the stock stream where we teach you how to break stocks.
Yeah. See, we told you guys. You guys are beta testers.
Yeah, but the time is different for people. Why are people's like times? Because all our computers are supposed to sync up with like some clock
Yeah. With the
online.
clock.
and-
I'm confused. Yours is 1 minute ahead of ours though. Yours is like his conspiracy theories going on here. That's what.
Dude, how
Oh,
are we on
internet.
different times? That is.
Can we change the winner selected clock? That's saying 28 minutes, and I thought we were going to try and do this in 15 minutes.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's just 15 minutes.
yeah. Eddie, Oliver, if you're watching, can we do it in 15, like 1:15 p.m. Pacific, rather than 1:30 p.m. Pacific? Thank you. So we got 292 predictions in, guys.
Holy moly.
Almost 200. Let's go.
53%.
Oh, we almost got 300. I said 200.
300. Yeah,
we almost got 3.
it's funny how like so many, like over 100 came in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. Everybody's waiting. They're like, what's the stock? How's it going to do before it? But then you got 15 minutes, guys. Believe me, like it seems like a great idea, but honestly, like in 15 minutes, usually this, especially if they're doing if they're doing earnings, the stock price is going to fluctuate here in a couple minutes. As soon as the computers know what's happening, it's either going to go up really quick or down really quick.
Yeah, and I hope they do drop earnings in the next 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, I'm hoping
then
so
the
too.
after-hour markets are going to react.
Yeah, that's the problem, is if they don't drop earnings.
And they're running late with earnings. It's okay.
If not, then we're gonna have to push it an extra couple minutes.
Yeah, here,
But
let me
this is really funny because I call this the valley surrounded by two mountains. The two mountains in the valley in the middle. This pattern of bidding in prediction games and auctions. So before this, we, in an earlier life, one of the products we built was like an auction engine.
Yep.
And they were timed, and we saw this huge, initial big spike of activity, and then sort of a valley floor, and then an even bigger spike in the last few minutes, right, as you got really close to closing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny that it's a very similar pattern here. Is that there's a bunch of predictions like before the stream, so like a big spike over time, like they all collect, and then there's a valley, and then a bunch of predictions at the last few minutes.
Yep. Well, now the waiting game starts.
What was I going to say? The strategy, Jason, of waiting till the last minute isn't a bad strategy if
Yeah.
if the company isn't dropping earnings, right? Because then the
Yeah.
stock isn't going to be super
Exactly.
volatile. But if they are dropping earnings, yeah, like it's going to be a swing one way or the other.
Exactly.
What it's not going to do is stick to the price it is.
Nope. Well, I bet big on the upside. So let's hope.
Did they already drop earnings yesterday? I don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm looking
They
at the
dropped
headlines.
earnings yesterday. I didn't even
or
look.
something. They dropped
Yeah,
something
yeah.
yesterday.
I think the earnings, like,
Look at
see,
this.
I'm looking at the headlines because they're reporting on.
Oh.
Yeah, I think they may have just dropped earnings yesterday. I think we got the timing wrong on this one.
Yeah, so there's an earnings call, interim reports, interim financials, but term doesn't mean
So revenue beat expectations, 670.
Oh yeah, they raised their outlook too.
Net income beat expectations by a little bit.
So this morning it went live? Did they drop them this morning?
Yeah, I see 14 hours ago. So like around 2 a.m. Eastern, which means they reported on Taiwan time.
Oh, it's Taiwan time. Duh. Hey, we're amateur hour here. Okay, leave us alone.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Like, wait a minute. Oh, it wouldn't make sense. Like I said, though, because you're thinking like July 18th for them. There's a lot. They're already into the 19th. So, but I mean, they beat though, and the stock price was down today. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, there was no movement really in the stock price today.
No, I'm sad about it already.
Wow, interesting. How's Netflix doing? Let's look at Netflix.
Oh yeah, true. I didn't think about that.
Netflix is down.
Oh,
yeah.
What was their earnings?
Let's look at Netflix. Yeah, so Netflix just dropped. Here we go. They're 8K.
Nice. Let's see.
Just reading these reports takes a while.
Yeah.
17% revenue growth, operating margin 27%. Yeah, it's like a compounder. It's like a 15% a year growth compounder Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, my issue with Netflix is like, what's next for them? Like,
I agree.
Right? It's like
I feel like the ceiling has to be soon, unless they pivot to other things as well. I just don't know what that pivot would be once they feel like they hit ceiling. That's that. At that point, you're taking a bet on like they know what they're going to do once they feel like they've hit the ceiling.
Sure. Yeah. So did we like truly miss SSMC, TSM? Just it's so confusing.
Yeah, TSMC.
Yeah. So since they're in Taiwan, they released theirs in Taiwan time.
Yeah. I think they released it earlier, Murthy. Because
they beat expectations. So,
well, here Nasdaq is saying, I'm on the Nasdaq website. It's expected to report earnings expected with a little star asterisk. So they may have already. Where's the asterisk? Okay.
Q2.
Yeah, I looked on the Nasdaq website. They said at 4 p.m. Eastern today.
Let's see.
Okay.
It depends on like what things, like what you're looking at, I guess, at the end of the day, because like obviously from what I can see, it says they released their June quarter results. This was from today, at least. 56.9% year-over-year gain in HPC, and almost 33% jump in the smartphone stuff as well. Let's see.
So they did report today. I'm on the TSMC Investor Relations website, and
Okay.
it was today. They did drop it 7/18. It doesn't have a timestamp on it, so it could have dropped like overnight Taiwan time,
Yeah.
overnight our time.
Okay.
Um,
Either way, we'll know. We'll have a winner in 5 minutes. So
Yep. Somebody's gonna win though. Well, it's gonna be more than somebody. Like there's gonna be a lot of people win. 5 minutes until you
Mhm.
guys know who is taking home some cash or not taking home said cash. Do we have an update on when people can eventually be able to cash out?
yeah, so we've been working hard on it. Oliver's been working hard on
Figured.
it. We're waiting for an approval from the gift card guys. We've
Got it.
filled out a gazillion forms now, but we might just pivot to PayPal at this point. So I think last I heard he was just working on seeing if we can just go live with PayPal.
Yeah, and then eventually we can throw in the gift cards as well.
Yeah.
For people outside of PayPal zones.
Mm-hmm.
I would bet PayPal's coverage is a lot better than gift cards.
Oh, you think so too? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I don't, as
So
shitty
PayPal
as,
can be kind of scummy sometimes too.
oh yeah, they're terrible. I mean, they're so
They're
bad.
garbage. I think I'd rather have the gift cards than the PayPal, like personally.
Yeah,
Obviously.
yeah. I mean,
but
I
if
think,
you already
yeah.
have a PayPal, then 100% just cash it out. Then I guess.
Yeah, we just I would personally like happily get, like, I would rather use an Amazon gift card or something,
Oh, 100%. I
you
agree.
know. Yeah, I think we're good to go on the PayPal side. If
Nice,
the
nice.
gift
I just know
cards
somebody
don't
asked
work
earlier
out.
when we were talking
Yeah.
about like when you could cash out. So I figured I might as well ask it now.
So who should we cover tomorrow? We don't have any company reporting earnings after market tomorrow.
Yeah, true. 'Cause it's Friday. Nobody can stay and work. So
Did you guys see the whole thing around 6-day work weeks?
yeah,
It's
I've
like a
seen that.
startup in San Francisco that's basically like, we're gonna work 6 days. And I was like, didn't California make that illegal? Did somebody make it illegal? So I actually looked. So you
They
can
made
do
it
that.
illegal? I didn't know you could.
So
I
you
thought
can
you
do
could.
that. You can do that. And for people that are paid above a certain amount, like basically
Oh.
$50,000, like
Yeah,
you could ask everyone to work 6 days a week
got it.
without overtime. I think there's a minimum below which you have to pay overtime, right? Labor
Mhm.
protection laws.
Mm-hmm.
But like above 50K, you're basically at the federal level, at least like above 43 point something, 44K,
Nice.
you're clear. I don't know if California has like a separate state limit.
Mhm.
And then Greece, of all people, like the European country of Greece,
Well,
is like moving to 6 days.
Wow.
oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I've worked at.
I mean, they struggled with 4 days.
Yeah.
I've worked at companies that done 4 days before. A company that did 4 days. But it was like we just did like 10-hour days, 4 days a week. And I don't see a big difference in terms of like, I guess work on that end. But at the end of the day, like for me personally, like I usually end up working like 6 days anyway or more. So I wouldn't see any difference. So
All right, guys, who do you want to cover tomorrow? We could do crypto. Eddie, can we do Bitcoin? Can our system do Bitcoin?
That could be interesting.
Yeah, we could do Bitcoin.
That would be interesting. Hopefully, Bitcoin doesn't have another just sideways day, super sideways. But that would be interesting, though.
Yeah, we should do Bitcoin. That would be.
If we can do it, then
All right, can we get votes on chat? Like, what do you guys want to see?
Yeah. You guys in chat.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, let us know what you guys want to do. You guys want to
crypto
or stock
Bitcoin, or something? Yeah.
Something. It doesn't matter to us. Yeah.
And then the fun one next Monday is going to be Tesla.
Oh yeah. We got Tesla. Let's go. I can't wait for that one.
Tesla's Monday.
Yeah, I think Tesla's on the 23rd. which I think is Monday.
Yeah, well,
Tesla,
that's gonna be a good one, though.
Tesla, Tesla,
we gotta get
Tesla,
the.
Tesla, Tesla.
Oh yeah, we're gonna hit Tesla. We're hitting 600 predictions. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do
We
this.
got it. Let's do it.
I love Teslas.
Me too. I could never drive another ICE car.
Yeah, me neither.
All right, so let's do Bitcoin tomorrow and then Tesla on Monday.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Sounds fun to me.
So
Here
Yeah.
we go. Spinning wheel.
Oh, it's
Right,
updating. We're gonna find out who won and who was the losers.
Spinning wheel. Spinning wheel.
I'm gonna guess if you were around the 171 to 172 range, you're probably in the money.
mhm. Yeah, so the Bulls have won. Yeah, I think. Yeah, Jason, what time should we do tomorrow? I think we should do maybe.
What time you think? We could do it earlier if you wanted to. Just depends. Whatever time you guys want to.
Spinning wheel. Spinning
Okay,
wheel.
let me check
Spinning
it with the-
wheel.
It'll be around this time, guys.
Yeah.
We'll decide,
Well-
but it'll be roughly the same time.
We'll send out notice too if you have notifications on.
Mm-hmm. Get 10 free tickets. Enable those
Yeah.
notifications.
Enable notifications and get those free tickets for tomorrow. Oh,
Okay.
let's see the winners.
We have winners.
We have winners.
Eric Rees.
Oh, let's go.
Eric.
Eric.
Okay, Nicole with the so Eric with the first place finish. Nicole with second. Nancy Bunny number third. These are all new usernames, I think.
Yeah.
Carolina with
She's
fourth.
the top one. The top
Eddie,
100
Eddie,
win.
Bunny are
That is so crazy.
lots of new
Yeah.
usernames here.
Lots of new usernames.
Murthy, what do you think about and shout out to like the 100th place winner, Eddie
Who's
with
the
20
100th place
cents.
winner?
Eddie with 20 cents.
Okay.
I want to see if Dr. Kelly won though. Like,
Yeah,
Dr.
lots.
Kelly had a bunch of entries, so
Yeah,
That
right here.
I see
He came at ninth.
92nd, 93rd, 94th, and that what is this column? Prediction. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of entries from Dr. Kelly here. Playing the spread.
Yep.
Good.
Came in.
See,
Got a lot there.
winning the pop quiz is like a good luck charm.
Yeah, it
No,
gives you
100%.
an advantage, a real advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I wonder if we should experiment on like if you came in like the top 10, you win a little bit more than others or something like that too. Wonder if
Yeah.
we could experiment on certain
Mhm.
stuff on that end. I mean, we are in beta, so
Mhm.
Yeah. I feel you, Jess. I mean, I think this is
maybe
not
top 50
top
or
heavy
something like that.
enough. This is
Yeah,
not
maybe like
heavy
top
enough.
50.
Yeah.
I don't know, something that way.
Yeah, like
more-
looking at this. Yeah.
'cause I just know, like, obviously, like, especially as we get more and more people in here, like, I think, maybe we either drop it to top 50 or we weight it to where the top 10 win large majorities and then obviously everybody else trickle down effect at that point. Kind of like capitalism.
I like communism.
Um, I would do two things here. I would make the top a little bit more meaningful.
Yeah.
So, like, the first, second, and third place are basically the same, right? If you look
Mhm.
at the numbers,
Yeah.
it's like 19.80,
So it's like top 10,
19.60.
like, it should be like,
Yeah,
stacked,
like
layered
there
down.
should be a little bit of a power law, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Where, like, the top person might win like $100, right?
Yeah, like at least like 50. Like,
Yeah,
if
at least
I come in
50.
first place, like I want to win at least $50.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would honestly like if we can get to like 70 or 80, that'd be better. That way we still have money to trickle down to everybody else as we're going to the top 10, and then after top 10 it kind of just falls off from there. That's the reason why I said maybe we do top 50 instead of top 100. I don't know. We can experiment with it as we go though.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the first change. I would make it more top heavy, especially for the top three, number one,
Mhm.
2, and 3. And then I would have a lot more people win like 20 cents, 40 cents, right? So I would have that drop off be a little bit sharper so that more people win something rather than zero, right? Um, but we could talk about it offline. But those
Yeah,
are
we'll
the
talk
two
about it
changes
later, yeah.
I would.
Yeah, I would definitely weight it for sure, and then either again, like I said, eventually like have a stiffer drop off for sure. But we can talk about it later.
Shout out to Crypto Miner who got 101st.
In first place. Dang, crypto. That's what happens when you're trying to crypto mine on 4 different PCs while you're trying to bid. Oh, that's funny.
All right,
Awesome.
guys.
Well,
This
thanks
is
for joining,
awesome.
everyone. This was great.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for Bitcoin Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to do Bitcoin tomorrow. And then we'll probably adjust our price pools. I don't think we're going to do $1,000 tomorrow, given there's no exciting company. But Tesla on Monday
Definitely,
is going to be a
Tesla.
big one for us. So we'll do
Yeah.
something special there. But yeah, see you tomorrow, same time. Turn notifications on and come win some money tomorrow.
Yeah, awesome.
Bitcoin Tesla. Bitcoin
Bitcoin
Tesla.
Tesla.
Bitcoin Tesla. Woo!
Ah.
All right. See you
Oh,
guys.
man. All right.
Bye.